Hi everyone, so I'm doing my series for all the immigrants following me, and today what I did is I made some mince. So this is the mince here. I made it the normal way with my normal spices, and I had some frozen ladyfingers, so I added in the frozen ladyfingers and a cup of frozen mixed veg, and I put in the bay leaf when I braise my onions, 2 cloves of garlic, some ginger, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of coriander, paprika, salt. Salt I used 1 teaspoon, but the spices I use a 1/4 teaspoon of everything, and I put in a couple of cloves. So cloves are good for the digestive system and also for stimulating your immune system, because now in the winter time we do need to take care of our immune systems and boost them with detox. I like to go out for a walk in the evening, so I make sure that I dress warm. And for my essential oils, for my liver, I mix some oils today because my liver does ache, and I'm trying to, the way I have done in the past, I'm trying to use different oils to help me to heal and to get well. This time it doesn't seem to be happening as quickly, but I'm still going to try. I might as well. I mean, at least my blood pressure is under control, so that's a major plus. But the oils that I used for today, I wrote them down because I like to make a note of what I'm using. You're supposed to use chamomile, German chamomile, but I didn't have that. I had Roman chamomile. So I used Lang Lang, 2 drops of caraway oil, 5 of Lang Lang, 5 of the Roman chamomile, and lime. And your liver is right underneath your rib cage. So you can use the oils neat, but I mixed mine in fractionated coconut oil, and I rubbed it just on the liver and underneath my rib cage. So for women, you can put it just underneath your bra strap, like where your bra meets underneath the bust. You can put it there, and that's what I'm hoping that will help. I don't have a fatty liver, but I'm not losing the weight I should be, even though I'm exercising and doing everything. It's the stress of not having a job and not having an income. But hopefully it will come right. And this morning I had used different oils. So I used clove, 2 drops of clove, 4 of orange, and 3 of lavender. When I mix my oils, I always try to make sure that I have a top, middle, and base note. So clove is the base, the top note is the orange, and the middle note is lavender. You can use bitter or sweet orange, whichever one you prefer. The bitter orange is from the bark of the orange tree and some of the leaves, and they take the essence from that. And the sweet orange is the orange blossom. It's from the blossom. So I did a full body massage with that. My stomach, my back, wrists, neck. And the orange is to break down the liver, the digestion. So it helps your liver to digest foods more easily. And it's also good for, in the winter time, that fresh orange smell. Lavender is good for balancing your energy and also for helping you to get your bile. We have black bile in our body, and if that black bile builds up too much, then you start getting autoaggressive diseases and all that. And they recommend like giving blood, like if you give blood, that helps. They used to call it bloodletting in the past. But if you give blood, that also helps your body. I haven't donated blood, because when I came here, they told me they don't take blood from people in Zimbabwe who were born after 1970. I think they thought we had AIDS or something, but I was like, okay, fine, you don't want my blood, that's your problem, not mine. So I use that, and then the clove. The clove is for digestion and also for your stomach, like to help your stomach to absorb and to digest the foods more easily. And all of the essential oils are good for any kind of pain that you have. Like if you are in pain, your body is in pain, then you can use those oils. So that's what I used. I have different books that I have for my aromatherapy that I use. But I kept some of St. Hildegard's books, so I use those. And I have the notes that I took from my courses with my teacher. It's such a shame Sandy's closed her shop. So I'm not going to be able to get my essential oils from her anymore. But I guess, things are becoming harder for everyone, and lots of businesses are closing. So it's sad for us who used to buy our essential oils from her. But I got an email from her to say that they were closing, and I had most of my oils. I might get that chamomile, German chamomile. I don't have that, but I use the Roman one instead. And so that's supposed to be good for your liver, for the gallbladder, and to support the healthy flow of bile. 2 or 3 drops of oils like black cumin, Roman chamomile, or rosewood over your gallbladder helps. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what else to do to lose this weight, but I support what Donald Trump is saying, that they have to stop putting so much sugar in our foods, and if he doesn't want obese people in his country, it's good. I mean, over here, most of us have put on weight over COVID, and we've tried everything to lose the weight, and we can't lose it. So I support him. Canada should do the same. They should implement laws that say, if people are too obese, then no, they mustn't come. Well, we can do what they do, why not? And even on the planes, like I've traveled on planes where you're sitting in your seat, and you can't even sit in your seat properly because people are so obese. They're taking up your seat, half of your seat, and their seat. They should have like special seats for them. It must be uncomfortable for them too. So I support what they're doing, because for me, even if I could take medication to help me lose the weight, I would do it, because it's not normal for you to cut your calories to eat like half of what you're supposed to eat and not be able to lose the weight. It's not normal. So I just hope I get a job soon. That's my biggest challenge, not having an income. But I hope. I've applied to lots of temporary agencies. Getting out and being in the fresh air, even if it's cold, it helps me. Just to be outside and to walk and to be in nature. We're lucky here because there's lots of people around. So if I go for my walks in the evening, that really helps me a lot. And I was also reflecting on the scriptures for today and just thanking God for the many numerous times I've been healed, because every time you get let go from a job, it's a shock to your system. It's like losing a life partner. And I've had so many of those here in Canada that I'm always surprised when I pull through it. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get through it this time, Lord. But the Lord is good to me. I always say thank you to Him for pulling me through it. And I ask for Him to help me to stay wealthy in my health, to stay healthy, and to stay strong in my faith. I think if you have your faith, you have everything. And that was the scripture today about the 10 lepers where Jesus heals and only one comes back to say thank you. So I try to make that a part of my daily prayer routine, to say thank you to God for all the blessings He gives me, the healing, any financial help I receive, because things are bad in Canada. Things are very, very bad. And the unemployment is very high. But I put my trust in Him, and I hope for the best. And that's all that I can do. So I did read the scriptures today. I read them every day, the scriptures from the church. And in the end, God arises and God will judge in favor of the orphan and the widow, in favor of the weak, the afflicted, and God rescues the weak and the poor. That God is always on our side. He's not on the side of the powerful and the rich and the ones who abuse the most vulnerable. God is on our side. And that's what I try to remember, because otherwise it's too depressing to live in a country for so long and to keep going through the same thing over and over and over. Yeah, it's very sad. But anyway, I'm watching to see what these black leaders are doing. They were saying they don't want aid, they don't need the money, they don't need any of this. They want to do it for themselves and be independent. And today Cyril Ramaphosa is saying, oh, we need the investment of the Global Fund. So it's like you either need it or you don't need it. It's not like you were all happy when Donald Trump cut all the aid. You're saying, no, we don't need it, it's good. Everyone, all the black leaders said it's good. So I don't know why Cyril Ramaphosa is saying now that they need it, but we'll see what happens. See, every day is a new day. Who knows what tomorrow is going to bring? There might be a hurricane or a typhoon or, might not be alive tomorrow. So I just try not to worry about it too much. But it is a worry. It is a worry when you don't have a job and you don't have an income coming in. And it's a whole year now. It's almost the end of the year. I haven't had any work. So please pray for me. And I'm praying for everyone who asked for my prayers. And yeah, all we can do is hope for the best and give thanks to God for the numerous times that He heals us and that He takes us from being lepers to being part of the community. I don't take for granted the opportunities I have with HRPA to join webinars, to learn online. A lot of people don't have that. So I put that money to good use that I pay for my HRPA dues. It's not wasted. And I take advantage of everything that I have to learn and to absorb as much as I can, because then when I go into work, then I use it in my jobs. In whatever I'm doing, I use it. So that's my reflection for today. I haven't done my John Maxwell. But I do read the scriptures every day. I make sure that it's one of the things that's my priorities. I have a journal and I have a to-do list that I keep there. And I make sure that every day I do the things that are my priorities. And one of my priorities is making sure I read the scriptures and making sure I make time for prayer. And that vindaloo I made lasted a long time, lasted almost a week. So now I made those mince. I can freeze it. I can put some in the fridge. And I can have a little bit of that with some of those. I bought those pita breads, so I can have that. So yeah, that's what life is about. Who knows if I'll be on this planet tomorrow. But spend the minutes wisely as I can. And I listen to Elvis every day, if I can.